That'll be a pity, but he would certainly be going out on top. Tony Lewis.
And hello from Christchurch in New Zealand's South Island, the city for the first test match in this 1992 Bank of New Zealand series between New Zealand and England. New Zealand in this series are looking to continue their unbeaten run in home test series stretching back to 1980. England, under Graham Gooch on this tour, are looking to become the first England team to win a test match in New Zealand since Jeff Boycott led them to victory here at Lancaster Park in Christchurch back in 1978. Well, the cricket ground in Christchurch is Lancaster Park. It's located in the southern part of the city, under the shadow of the Port Hills. That's where the local television transmitter is located. And this famous old ground, which was the scene for New Zealand's first ever test match against England, way back in 1930, has undergone some recent development and is looking in very good shape indeed for the first morning of this 1992 test match between New Zealand and England. All right, let's go out to the middle now and see what the toss, or see what happened at the toss. And the captains in this match, Graham Gooch of England and Martin Crowe of New Zealand.
All right. Is it mine? Yeah. All right. We'll bowl. Good luck. Good luck.
Martin Crowe, you've done it again. Won another toss.
Yeah, 2 in a row. We're going to field.
Okay, what do you think the pitch is going to be like?
Well, we're hopeful it's going to have a little bit of life in it, and we've got to put it in the right place and take the chances.
Okay, and New Zealand's 12th man?
It's Chris Harris.
Okay, thanks, Martin.
Thank you.
Graham Gooch, you go to bat first. Happy with that?
Well, I think we'd have put New Zealand in if we'd have won the toss, but nevertheless, you've got to get stuck in whatever happens, and we're looking forward to the match. Lovely day here, so should be a good game of cricket.
What are your thoughts on the pitch?
It's a bit greenish. I don't know. I've never played in a test match here, but it obviously might do a bit this morning, but we will make sure we bat well.
And your 12th man?
Mark Ramprakash.
Cheers, all the best.
Thanks very much.
So the New Zealand captain, Martin Crowe, won the toss, decided that England would bat first. Let's take a look at the final playing 11s. And for New Zealand, John Wright and the newcomer, Blair Hartland of Canterbury, to make his test debut, opening with the experienced John Wright. Andrew Jones to bat at 3, Martin Crowe, the captain, at 4, Mark Greatbatch at 5, Shane Thompson at 6, another all-rounder, Deepak Patel at 7, Chris Cairns at 8, the wicket-keeper Ian Smith to bat at number 9, and the 2 pace bowlers to complete the lineup, Chris Pringle and Danny Morrison. Here's the England 11 for this test match. Graham Gooch to go in first with ALEC Stewart. Graham Hick to bat first drop. Then Robin Smith and Alan Lamb in the middle order. Dermot Reeve in his first test, the young man from Warwickshire, to bat at number 6. Chris Lewis at number 7. Jack Russell, the wicket-keeper, at 8. Derek Pringle to bat at 9. De Freitas at 10. And Phil Tufnell, the left-arm spinner, coming in last man for England. So in fine and warm conditions at Lancaster Park, England to bat first, the opening batsmen Graham Gooch and ALEC Stewart, and with the new ball for New Zealand, Danny Morrison and Chris Cairns.
The first ball, Graham Gooch, the English skipper facing Danny Morrison.
I think with this, it's fairly well grassed. I think we should see some movement off the seam.
Yes, I think so. Graham Gooch said that he would have put New Zealand in, and obviously Martin Crowe's done that. We had a beauty pitch here on Tuesday, didn't we? I think it will flatten out into a very good batting stroke.
Yes, that one on Tuesday was really the perfect surface for a one-day game, wasn't it? And what an exciting game we had. It really almost obliterated the memory of the one-day international on Saturday, didn't it?
Yes, it did. So second ball of the day with Danny Morrison on his way. And here's the first run. Shortish delivery, but there's no one out there forward of square. And Graham Gooch and England underway. Oh, wild delivery, and Ian Smith can't get near that one, and it's 4 byes.
4 byes? Yes, I would have thought that was 4 wides. It was so... But umpire Dunn decided not to call a wide.
It's interesting, isn't it? When we get to a test match, after the umpires being so tough, as they should be, of course, in the one-day game, they seem to forget about wides altogether. Oh, good ball. Best ball of the morning.
Really, there was no need for Gooch to have played with that, I don't think. It started just wide of the off stump and went further away.
It's a bit lazy, wasn't it? Because, as you say, it was a little wider than I initially thought, moving away in the air and going away off the track. But he didn't really do anything with great conviction.
It was rather a casual stroke, which is unusual for Graham Gooch. He's such a dedicated performer. Casualness is not something one associates from him, but it was a rather sort of iffy shot, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, good ball. He's gone. He's caught behind. Another very good ball from Danny Morrison, moving in the air away. He pushed forward, it took the edge and went straight through to Ian Smith. So the first England wicket has gone.
And the wicket that New Zealand will have wanted above all else. It was a beautiful delivery. Gooch again, perhaps needn't have played at that, was drawn forward. Not quite, a rather tidier shot, in fact, than he played to the last ball, but it got the edge, and just look at the glee. Ian Smith pouched it again.
So 6 for 1, England.
Well, they've changed the field a little bit, so they're crowding Hick now with... Well, it's a lovely shot from Hick, though, too wide from Cairns. And that's the first boundary of the morning, all the way into the fence at third man. 4. He played that beautifully off his heels, and the outfield's quick, and it's all the way. And the second boundary, 1 to Hick, and the first for Stewart, takes the score to 29 for 1.
Stewart hooking, and that's a fine shot, away for 4. So Alex Stewart growing in confidence here, coming out to open the batting with Graham Gooch.
If that ball was short and really plenty of time, you can't bowl short on this pitch. It's got to be line length, change of pace and variation, get the ball to do the work on the pitch conditions that are there. And Chris Pringle, as the third seamer, must do away with the gimme or 4 balls, and he's just got to be probing away there. He's got to have tremendous consistency.
Stewart goes again, mistimed that one a little, hit it straight up, but it's going to run away for 4 as well, this time down to long on. So 2 consecutive boundaries for Alex Stewart, first over after drinks.
It certainly won't do Chris Pringle a lot of good as far as his confidence is concerned, because he has been lacking a little bit this year and he has been very inconsistent. But really they're gimme balls, and he's just got to settle down and really get that ball a little bit fuller. It's better to see the batsman driving on these conditions, because you've got a chance of getting the ball to move in the air and a batsman making a mistake. Because you're bowling short, there's plenty of time to get that boundary.
Well, beautifully timed by Stewart. And that's running away for 4 more, so 3 boundaries in a row from Alex Stewart. That one was fuller, but a bit too full.
A bit too full. There's got to be a margin in between somewhere, but obviously from Alex Stewart's point of view, I mean, he's relishing this, and he needs this sort of situation to get his confidence back. And so this is the contest between bat and ball, isn't it? Where both have probably lacked a little bit, and Alex Stewart certainly making the most of it and dominating this particular internal contest.
Oh, that was a bad shot.
Oh, my goodness me. That was what you might call a Chinese cut or a Surrey drive. Bottom edge past the off stump, down to fine leg.
Yes, it wasn't short enough, was it?
It wasn't quite, and I think it seemed to me that he hadn't got himself right over it. He wasn't over the shot. Off balance.
Yes, a bottom edge and a shade full really to play the shot. A long way to drag it across, and that was a bit lucky. Chopping it down and actually bounced over the stumps.
That's a loose delivery, but it's dealt with by Hick. Short and outside the off stump and cracked to the fence. Doesn't move. He knew it was headed for the fence. 4 to Alex Stewart.
Well, this is a high-quality shot. Not a bad ball, this. Good line and outside off stump, but it's the quality of the shot. Foot to the ball and just timed it perfectly.
High in the air and away to the fence for 4. Well, I lost sight of it there for a moment. It's another boundary. No ball, and smacked away to the fence by Hick. Short and outside the off stump, and 4 runs to Graham Hick. Late decision by Hick to duck under that. Plenty of lift for Chris Cairns.
Well, it's a short ball again, into the body. Doesn't get too high, round about chest high, shoulder high, and it gives him problems. He stands up looking to play it, and only at the last minute ducks. He does seem to see those balls very late.
This time he has time to crack it away through the covers. Heading out towards the boundary, and the ball wins the race. That's a lovely stroke by Hick in an over that Cairns gave him considerable trouble. 86 for 1.
Oh, hooked, not a very good shot. It's very high. It's going to be clear of the field. In fact, it's going to be 4. But not a convincing shot from Graham Hick. Bouncer from Danny Morrison. He struggled to get it round.
Yes, that short pitch ball really has been causing Hick some problems. And I feel with Hick that if you look at his feet there, he's looking to come forward all the time, John. And when he has to go back, he's finishing up playing the ball all the time on the crease line.
Oh, good ball. He's out. He's given out. Umpire Steve Dunn says you're out, Graham Hick. So the second English wicket is down. Chris Cairns, the bowler, LBW. So Graham Hick, the second Englishman out for 35.
Yes, well, we'll just see by this replay to what actually happens here. It certainly pitched in line, John, didn't it? Hurried on a little bit. Just a little bit hard from where we are to see what the height was, but umpire Dunn had no hesitation and giving Hick out, so that's certainly the breakthrough that New Zealand wanted.
Yes, certainly. So 95 for 2 England. Here it is, there's his 50, away behind square. We get 1 for the shot, but more importantly, he moves on to 50. And that's his 4th half-century in Test cricket, and it's been a good one. Difficult conditions for an opening batsman. England being put in, he's batted very well, he's played some good shots, he's had the odd anxious moment, but a good performance for his side. Yes, some good 4s there. There was 3 4s in a row of Chris Pringle, a couple of short ones, and then a drive through mid-off. They were very good. A couple of nice shots through the offside, and some good little dabs around the wicket at both ends. And this should be 4. I'm not quite sure what it came from. I think it was runs. Yes, it was. So Robin Smith underway, and the English 100 is up, and the end of Danny Morrison's over. So 2 for 101, England. Well, cut away. Good-looking shot, but good fielding. In fact, Blair Hartland, the new man on the New Zealand side, gets his first real piece of action. It's taken a wee while, but he did rather well.
Yes, Mike, you saw then, if you give Smith even as little width as that, combined with a bit of shortness outside off stump, he fastens onto it so quickly. He's a magnificent square cutter.
There's a run here. In fact, there's 4 runs.
That's a typical Robin Smith stroke. We saw him get 4 runs down to fine leg before lunch, immediately after he came in. He's done it again. He controls that very well.
Oh, hooked away. That's a solid-looking shot from Smith. 6 runs. Well, he really got hold of this one and cracked it away. Forward is squared. Very powerfully hit.
That was a magnificent stroke, wasn't it? My gosh, he's a powerful batsman. He saw it so quickly, pivoted inside the line, and he hit that like a kicking horse. Look at that.
He said,
take that. His bat said, take that, didn't it?
Yes, and it sort of punched it up into the stand with no questions asked.
132 for 2. Smith playing beautifully through mid-wicket, and they just look at it and see it race across this quick outfield, and look how quickly that goes. There was never any doubt there. Another one of these stopped pushes, perfectly timed, wide of mid-wicket. Well, he's played through square leg, and that's going to race across the boundary too. Chase for Jones. He might get it just inside. He's racing, but loses. Rob Old, you heard from stump microphone A sound which must have given Ian Smith something to think about. And Warren Lees and Mark Plummer and Chris Harris, the lonely people there in the New Zealand camp, hoping that it was the bat, but it wasn't. Through between bat and pad and very close to the stumps. Well bowled Morrison again. 2 lovely balls on this over.
Chris Pringle, the bowler. Again, straying onto the leg side. Nicely worked away again by Stewart. And bonus runs really for ALEC Stewart. And England have brought up their 150 now for the loss of just the 2 wickets, Gooch and Hick. And Stewart now goes up to 67. Oh, that's a powerful shot played by Smith. And this is another one of those loose overs that Pringle has thrown in from time to time. Nicely flighted up and beautifully driven by Smith. That's a lovely stroke. That is a beautiful shot. Classic cover drive from Smith. Edge and put down. Martin Crowe spills it at first slip. It's a better looking shot from Stewart through the covers. And it won't go all the way as Shane Thompson gathers it in, but they come back for 3.
And that takes Stewart into the 90s. So just 10 short of what will be his second Test 100. And his first Test 100 in his first innings as an opener.
Full toss. Robin Smith just digging it out, really. And Shane Thompson another chase. So Smith coming back for 2. And that brings up Smith's 50. And that's his 16th Test half-century.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Lays back and cracks Patel through the covers for 4 runs. Bit of width given to ALEC Stewart, and away it went. Oh, what a shot again. Stewart races to 98 with that boundary. This time off the front foot. Magnificent shot. Again by Smith. Morrison straying wide outside the off stump. And Robin Smith cracks him to the fence. 201 for 2. Now Danny Morrison. Oh, superb timing again from Robin Smith. That is a magnificent shot. Worked away by Stewart. This will be his 100. And in fact, it's all the way to the fence. Another fine century from ALEC Stewart.
Well, that's a superb performance by ALEC Stewart, not just because he's got 100, his second century, but going in first as a makeshift opener, the first time he's ever done it for England. That makes it even sweeter and better.
So a look at ALEC Stewart's wagon wheel, and it reveals, as you can see, shots all round the ground. There were 12 boundaries in that century, which has come up in just over 4 hours. Oh, Patel's way down the leg side, and Crowe has the chase as the ball heads down to the boundary line, and we'll have to have a look at the umpire here. I suspect it might get a little nick on it.
You can't bowl wide, you can't bowl too short, you can't bowl much outside off stump to Robin Smith. Another magnificent stroke from Smith. Oh, there's a good shot. And there you have Robin Smith and ALEC Stewart, a partnership. 132 for the 3rd wicket in 150 minutes. A run a minute on the first day of a Test match when their side was put in, or just about a run a minute. That's tremendous scoring. Well, that's a lovely shot from Smith. He doesn't even move. Beautiful timing, and Patel just retrieves. What a fine shot again. The on drive with a minimum of follow through, but perfect timing, perfect position, lots of power. It's 231 for 2.
Oh, that's another majestic shot by Smith off the back foot this time. A 14th boundary for Robin Smith. Oh, that's beautifully played again. Pringle has the chase this time. And what timing again from Robin Smith. Beautiful batting from him. And this partnership has now realised 151 runs. They came together when Graham Hick was dismissed at 95 and are still here at 246. Smith driving powerfully. Magnificent stroke again as the 250 comes up. Another majestic offside drive from Robin Smith. A lovely shot from Alex Stewart. He's taken rather a back seat since afternoon tea, but that is a lovely shot from him too. That one's gone through, and Alex Stewart has his highest test score now. With that single, goes to 114, and England move up to 258 for 2.
Oh, good-looking shot from Alex Stewart. Doesn't need to run for that one. Just stands there and watches it go over the boundary for 4. Oh, he's gone.
He's got it. Smith's gone. He's gone for 96. Well, talk of Crow dropping that first catch. He's made amends, but Smith in the meantime had scored 52 more runs.
Yes, well, Robin Smith gone. In fact, he nicked at the first slip where Mark Greatbatch was the fielder, and Pringle has broken through. Shortish, cutting a little close. He got the edge. It flew to Mark Greatbatch at first slip.
So here's Robin Smith's scoring chart. 96 runs he scored from 153 balls, 37 scoring shots, but of those 37 scoring shots, he hit the ball to the fence 16 times and over at once. Some marvellous, entertaining batting from Robin Smith.
A good-looking shot. That's Lamb off the mark. Cracks it away through point. Short, wide, and punished. Oh, cracking shot. Over-pitched, 4 runs. Well, there's no need for anyone to run for that. That was just straight through.
It's Morrison to Stewart. Oh, what a lovely shot. Straight down the ground. Getting on top of it. There'll be 3 runs here. It's a long chase for Deepak Patel. Yes, they collect the 3rd easily enough.
In a long hot day in the field for the New Zealanders, Ian Smith conceded 4 byes very early on and none since. Bit of width this time for Lamb, and he takes full toll of it. Big chase for John Wright. He might just overhaul it. Good sprawling save by John Wright. And they complete 3 runs. He dropped that one a little bit short, and away it goes down to the fence for 4 runs. Short and wide from Pringle, and Lamb takes full toll, and up comes England's 300 at the end of the over for the loss of 3 wickets.
Driven away. There's runs here. Long chase for Chris Pringle. He should drag it in. It's pretty lonely out there on the leg side. In fact, he's the only man forward of square. And he finally gets it back. But not before they've run 3.
2 more runs, and Alex Stewart will have ended his first day as an England opener, having batted all the way through it. 6 hours for a terse score of 150 not out, and I wonder how many opening batsmen have done that.
But there are 3 slips and a gully, and Martin Crowe will be trying to pick up a wicket before stumps. Oh, he's got it. Well, Mark Greatbatch in first slip, takes the catch. Alex Stewart's long innings has come to an end. Danny Morrison, in fact, 148 runs from Alex Stewart, and what a marvellous innings from him, but it's ended.
Yes, he showed definite signs of gathering tiredness in the last hour, and it was a good one. It got up on him, it climbed on him, and if a batsman's concentration is waning, that is the sort of ball that is going to do the trick. It did, and Martin Crowe gleefully accepted the catch in the same place in which he dropped Robin Smith earlier today when he had 44. But a moment for Stewart always to remember, 148 in his first Test innings as an opener.
All defence, Jack Russell, and he keeps that one out successfully. So what will they do? It looks like the bails are being lifted, and that is the end of the first day's play of the Bank of New Zealand Test match here in Christchurch.
So it was very much England's day on day one at Lancaster Park. They finished 310 for 4, Alex Stewart 148, and Robin Smith 96 the day's batting stars. And with Alan Lamb and Jack Russell to continue on day 2, England are very well placed indeed. Let's take a look at the New Zealand bowling figures. A long, hot day for them. Danny Morrison was the most successful, 2 for 78 he finished with from 20 overs, 1 for 59 for Chris Cairns, and the other wicket taker today was Chris Pringle. So as for some showers